So, we've been going through Think and Grow Rich, this classic by Napoleon Hill, which is the combined knowledge about how to become successful from some of the greatest minds of the 20th century. And it's the result of nearly 30 years that Napoleon Hill spent interviewing these great men. And I've been playing Earl Nightingale's recording on Think and Grow Rich, where he introduces this book by Napoleon Hill. Hi, morning, Jeff, all the way from Penang. Good to see you here. Now, as I prepared this series, in fact, if I prepared this week, I took note of two important points that Napoleon Hill made. Firstly, to have a handbook, a notebook handy and make notes as we go along. Secondly, to listen to this message primarily for my own personal learning, my own application and my own success, not simply to share this on Monday with other people. That's important, but I want to benefit from it myself. It's no accident I'm going through this. So I encourage you to take notes as you listen to this now and later when you go through the replay. I'm going to say some things after the replay that, so you want to take notes of what I say also. And then ask yourself, how can you apply this in your life right now? So Napoleon Hill wrote 13 proven steps to riches. Okay, 13 proven steps to riches, where riches are simply whatever you happen to want. So today, let us hear what Earl Nightingale has to share on the fourth principle, specialization. I'm going to be playing this recording. Let me share my screen.
The fourth principle is specialized knowledge. It is here that I think Napoleon Hill makes a very important point. Knowledge is power only to the extent that it is organized into a definite plan of action and directed to a definite end. To quote from the book, "Before you can be sure of your ability to transmute desire into its monetary equivalent, you will require specialized knowledge of the service, merchandise, or profession which you intend to offer in return for fortune. Perhaps you may need much more specialized knowledge than you have the ability or the inclination to acquire. And if this should be true, you may bridge your weakness through the aid of your mastermind group. More on this later, but for now realize that you must learn all you can about your specialty. Set aside a definite time every day for learning more about what it is you do for a living. Take the courses that are offered on your subject and associate with men who know your business well."
Okay, so it's a short one today. And when you listen to this, it seems very logical. We spend the first few years of our lives acquiring knowledge, acquiring information. We go to school. Some of us, after finishing university, we go on to do a master's or a PhD. Okay. And then, we stop there. But you recognize that this fourth principle, specialized knowledge or specialization, is about mastery. We've been talking about mastery. It's about putting in the hours of work and practice to become really good at what you do. And I told Hui Swan this morning when she checked in with me that, Sok Hua has got all the ingredients as a musician to do this, because, gosh, the amount of hours they put in, doing scales, just practicing and practicing to become really, really good at what she does. Okay, so it's about putting in the hours of work and practice to become really good. That's the journey of mastery. I want to also review what we looked at much earlier, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. The first 3 habits deal with self-reliance and self-mastery. Okay. These are what we call private victories and only involve the follower. The next 3 habits, habit 4, 5, and 6, are what we call public victories, and they have to do with interdependence, that is, working with others. And really, all our victories are so that we can work with other people to make a bigger difference. And the seventh habit, do you recall what the seventh habit is? Okay, sharpen the saw. Okay, sharpen the saw relates to self-rejuvenation, which is part of that lifelong journey of mastery. It's not like I've got a bachelor's degree, I've got a master's degree, and we stop learning. No, it is a lifelong journey of learning. What is specialization? Specialization is ultimately about sacrifice for service. Okay, so those of you who put in multiple hours into getting good at something, you know it's a huge sacrifice. Remember Anthony Robbins' 6 human needs. Okay, the last 2 human needs are growth and contribution. Our greatest purpose in life is to make a difference to others, to contribute. Okay, so the 6th and the biggest human need is contribution. And it's the desire to contribute, okay, that drives us to grow, to pay the price to grow. Just recently, we met Yenny Wu. In the last 2 years, in the 2 years since we last saw her, she has transformed. You know, her gone state is just a physical representation of the sacrifices she has made to become more effective in serving Pastor Bill, serving Metro World Child, and serving her Lord God. Those of you who do our weekly Zoom workshops make the sacrifices of time to deliver specialized knowledge to add value to those who attend. As leaders with a long-term perspective, I want to add that we must also strive to live balanced, holistic lives. Okay, so don't forget this wheel of life. When you do coaching with me, we talk about the wheel of life, where with the key areas of intellectual, physical, spiritual, social, and financial needs that we need to take care of. Okay? And it is this very balanced life that enables us to specialize in our passions and attract people to follow us and become part of our community. Because if you just focus on one thing at the neglect of your health, you know, your finances, neglect of God, you will not last the long haul, because you know life is not just smooth sailing. You know that. So just a reminder: balanced life, very, very important, especially if you want to specialize.